Welcome to the VedaFoods Health Show with Dr. Jay Apte. So today, Dr. Jay is going to be talking about Pitta Dosha because last time we talked about Vata. So welcome, Dr. Jay.
Thank you. I feel honored to be here.
So I'd love for you to share with everyone what is some of the characteristics of a person that has the Pitta Dosha.
Okay. So, Carly, let me do this. Let me just have a little bit introduction again so people will know about what this Pitta Dosha is all about. Okay?
Exactly. What does a dosha mean?
Exactly. So, Ayurveda is mainly based on, Ayurveda is the nature science. So, what are the energies in the nature controlling all the seasons and environment? Same three energies work in our body. And if you see in the universe, the three energies, the sun, the moon, and the wind, even our seasons are related to that. During springtime, it rains a lot related to the moon, water energy. And during summertime, it's very hot. The sun is at the peak, having like 100 degrees or 110 degrees temperature. And when we transition to fall and early winter, weather becomes very cold and windy. So those are the three energies in the nature and same three energies in our body, the moon, the sun, and the wind. So last time we talked about wind energy, Vata dosha, and today we will talk about the sun energy that we call as a Pitta dosha in our body. So doshas are these three energies, and every person has three doshas in their body and mind and spirit, but the proportion of these three doshas are different in each individual. And that's the beauty about all the people having different personalities. So you can think about if we all had same Vata, Pitta, Kapha, life will be so boring. It will be like a cookie cutter of each other. Or it's like that guards in London behind outside the palace. Everybody looks the same. But no, the life, the whole universe is so full of variety. We have different plants and different flowers and different birds and animals and human. Every human being is different. And that's what Ayurveda focuses on, that find out what is that difference, what is that uniqueness. And that Ayurveda gives the name, it's called body constitution or your mind body type. So we all know our blood type, but it is more important to know what our mind body type is because that tells you all about you. And every body constitution has kind of the unique talents, unique personalities. So once we know what our talents are, we can make the best use of those in our life and we can enjoy our life. We can be successful in our life. Second benefit about knowing this body constitution is you can prevent many of the diseases because each of these the doshas or each of these energy tend to create certain diseases in every person's body. So we'll talk about that, but it is very, very fascinating to know your prakriti. Like last time you mentioned that your prakriti is kapha, vata and all and pitta. So today we will talk about pitta and Carly, I also want you to see because you have so many of the pitta characteristics in you too. Okay?
Actually, you're correct. I forgot. I looked up I had my thing that I written up about it, and I'm
Yes.
actually Pitta. And
Exactly. Do
yeah,
you know
so it's
you
kind of
have
funny.
more pitta vata characteristics and
Yep,
your kapha is low. But
yep.
because you know Ayurveda and you are so much into meditation and all, you are more calm and peaceful and happy person. But your original dosha proportion will be main pitta vata person. Okay.
Yeah,
So let's
exactly.
talk about, yeah, a little bit about pitta dosha. What are the characteristics and all that. So all our listeners will learn from it and benefit from it too. So pitta dosha, as I said, is the related to the fire energy or the heat energy, the sun energy. So naturally, pitta people are kind of very strong personality. They are very visionary people they can differentiate between right and wrong very easily, because in our body what Pitta does is mainly the digestion or transformation. Okay, so anything coming to the body and we don't realize that. But even when we eat food, that food needs to be digested well, and then it converts into our muscle and our bone and our blood and our skin in the body. So there is lot of digestion happening. When we drink water, that water needs to be digested so body can use it. We breathe air, that air needs to be digested, because when we breathe the air has only 21% oxygen and rest of the other gases. Even the oxygen has a subtle energy we call prana, and body can use that prana. So there is a digestion. Even every moment we are on internet, we are reading something, we are listening something. So we need to digest that information also. Like you are nodding right now. So when you understand this and when it makes sense in your body, so your brain is digesting that information, and then it creates some sense in our body. So at every cell level, we are digesting anything coming to the body. And this Pitta Dosha does exactly this, is that transforms that information, does the digestion, and we keep what is good information, what is good food, good part of the water, good part of the air for our body to function well. So overall, you asked me question about Pitta characteristics. So Pitta people are generally medium built, medium weight, and they are kind of but strong and muscular people. But Pitta being hot and sharp, that sharpness is built in those people. They have very sharp nose, they have very sharp eyes, they also have receding hairline. Because of the heat, sometimes Pitta people tend to lose their hair quickly. So early graying, early balding happening in the mid-age is because of the high heat, because of high Pitta in the nature. Then all their eyebrows are angular, their face is angular, their lips are angular, their tongue is also very sharp. So we always say that Pitta people are always very hungry because their metabolism is good, and Pitta people are always angry. Hungry and angry, it kind of rhymes. But because Pitta people can differentiate between right and wrong quickly, and that's why if the things don't happen their way, they get very angry. But the good qualities about Pitta are those people are very visionary, very outspoken. They always speak to the point, never beating around the bush. They don't keep telling the stories and all. They exactly know what they're thinking, and exactly they know what they're talking. So great orator people always have very high Pitta in them. They are very organized people. You will see few people always say that I have to keep all my office and room very neat and tidy. I cannot just work in all that mess. Those are typically Pitta people. Then they are very on time machine. Do you know some of my clients, if they have an appointment on Wednesday, they drive by on Tuesday and make sure how long does it take, how far is my office from their office or their house, because coming on time is very, very important for them. So very orderly people, very neat and tidy, well thinkers, visionary people, on time, outspoken people. See, these are all the good qualities about Pitta people. But sometimes what happens by eating wrong foods and all, the Pitta aggravates in the body. And then they start becoming very irritable and angry, and then start controlling other people and dominating other people and telling them, yes, do this because I'm telling you and all that. So kind of jokingly we always say the slogan of Pitta people is either my way or highway. So it's kind of doing it, always kind of listening. They always say that do it because I am telling you to do that, because of that high Pitta in their body. And then what happens? As I said, the main qualities in Pitta people, like the sun or the heat, is the heat and the sharp. So anything happens because of excessive heat in the body, that is mainly because of Pitta dosha. And now you can think about, a lot of people complain about acid reflux and heartburn or GERD. And they always say that you may have some bacteria or H. pylori and all that. But Ayurvedically, this is mainly the Pitta characteristics. And that's why they get heartburn. So with the diet and lifestyle, when we lower Pitta, the heartburn gets better. Many times people get acne or blisters or boils, psoriasis. All those are also because of excess pitta in the body. Now, pitta people complain about having high blood pressure or having tension headaches. If they go out in the hot sun, they cannot just be in the sun because their eyes become very sensitive. They get tension headache. They perspire a lot. And all these are because of the excessive heat in their body. So heartburn, acid reflux, skin issues, hypertension, tension, headaches, then irritability, getting angry very quickly, sweating more. So all these problems happen to people who have high pitta in them. Now let's talk about how we can lower pitta so people can prevent all those problems. Because since last time we are talking about prevention is always better than the cure, right?
Exactly. I think it'd be
Yeah.
really awesome to hear some
Hmm.
of the foods that would be beneficial. And
Yes.
also, I always love to tie in some of the herbs because a lot of people
Yes.
love to have their food flavorful. So why don't we talk about
Exactly.
some of that?
Exactly. So let's do that. So especially the food, think about this. These days, what do people eat as a kind of in between meals? Chips and crackers and pretzels and salsa and chips and pita bread and hummus and all those kind of things. Salty nuts. So what is common in all these things is too much salt in the body. And Carly, you don't realize, but we need very less amount of salt, almost maybe 1 teaspoon in a whole day. And we end up eating like 10 teaspoons, 20 teaspoons, and all that aggravates pitta in the body. Generally, pitta people are very tense people, so they go home and they have to have like 2, 3 glasses of wine or hard liquor. Again, that liquor being fermented and all, it aggravates pitta in the body. Eating very Mexican food with lots of salsa and hot food. Even people go to Indian restaurant, and every Indian restaurant is not Ayurvedic. The food is very spicy, very pitta aggravating. If you go to Thai restaurant, again the food is very spicy and food is very sour. So all these eating habits make that high heat increase in the body. Even many times people do not eat at right time. They eat lunch very late in the afternoon. They eat dinner very late, like around 10 o'clock. And another important thing, lifestyle wise, is they always stay up till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So staying up late, being in the sun, having lot of junk food, having lot of liquor, taking so many prescription medications and all. So these are different ways where pitta aggravates in the body. So what pitta people should be doing is maybe having small side salad with their lunch and dinner. What does salad do? Salad is very bitter and astringent and very cooling, and that's why it cools pitta down. Instead of eating too much of the garlic and ginger and tomatoes and onions and hot chilies and all, they should be adding more cumin seed, coriander seed, fennel seed, cardamom, mint, basil, cilantro, those mild spices in the food. So when they are adding these mild spices which are not tremendously heating, pitta doesn't aggravate to that level. In the afternoon, maybe they can have a glass of coconut water. Coconut water being very cooling, it is very refreshing. I always also tell people to drink this, make a tea with cumin, coriander, and fennel seeds. And I will put other recipe of this fennel seed on the website, so all our listeners can make use of that recipe. So that tea also helps them to cool their body down. Then all the summery fruits like watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, cherries and berries and all those fruits are more cooling in nature. So staying away from oranges or sour kiwi, sour grapes and all, they should be eating all the sweet and cooling foods. So that way the pitta stays in the body. And let me tell you, when I may ask people to make these changes in their lifestyle, within a month or two, they get magic differences in their personality. I had one client who had tension headaches for last 10 years, and I gave him some cooling herbs like amalaki and licorice and guduchi, shatavari and all those, and recommended him to just cut down on spices and salty food and eat more salads, cooling fruits for a snack instead of chips and crackers or salty nuts. And within a month, he said, Dr. Apte, I'm feeling almost 60% better. So this is the power of our diet and lifestyle. And what happens, we don't realize that our food can cause the disease. So it's our always thought that if I have a health issue, I have to take a pill. I have to take some kind of medicine. But we don't pay attention to the food. And about 70-80% of the time, food or lifestyle causes the problem. And that's why unless you change the diet and lifestyle, your disease or your health issue does not get better. Okay, and only Ayurveda has this concept about heat and fire and wind, energy and all that. So when people start following some Ayurvedic diet and lifestyle regimen by knowing their body constitution, they benefit a lot.
I notice when I eat tomatoes, my stomach
Yeah.
really gets acidic and burns. So it's really interesting. I'm hearing you talk, and it's a lot of the things that I
Yes.
stay away from, and the things that I do because I can actually feel the difference. And I
Yes.
crave salads, and I love
Exactly.
cumin. Now I do like my ginger though, so I love putting ginger in a few things. But I tend to stay away from all the really spicy spices because they really do aggravate me. And I
Yeah.
love cumin and I love turmeric, and so it's interesting, seeing and realizing, and you forget which spices are aggravating because they produce such heat. And for example, when
Exactly.
I go in take walks, if
Yes.
it's really sunny, I get prickly heat. It's very
Exactly. That's why for Pitta people, we always tell them not to go out in the sun and exercise. And Pitta people are very kind of fiery people. I can do anything. But no, if they want to just kind of be nice to their own body and mind, then they should be exercising in the morning or evening. But they have to stay inside during the afternoon hours. Another thing, good thing is swimming is a good exercise for Pitta people. Playing golf is good, like having a tea time early morning, like 6 o'clock or something, so they can finish all their 18 holes by 10 or 11 o'clock. And why golf? I'm saying because golf, you're not competing against anybody. Pitta people are very, very competitive. They always have to win. They always have to be top. They have to be the best. And that's why in doing so, they don't have fun and they just kind of become so intense because Pitta people always, yes, I have to be the best, no matter what, I have to win. And in that, what happens? They increase lot of tension in the body. They increase lot of heat in the body and then start suffering from all those problems. And another important thing is Pitta people also have to understand that there are different body constitutions. If everybody is like them, very visionary and very quick thinker, then if everybody is like that, what's unique about them, right? So every Vata people kind of they think that they remember quickly, they understand quickly, they forget quickly too. Kapha people being little heavy, they take some time to understand and they will never forget. But that is the beauty that every person has a different personality. And this is very beneficial that once you understand and different people have different body constitution, then you don't become impatient so quickly. You don't get irritable or angry so quickly. You said, okay, you give their space, you give them their time, and within that time, they understand it perfectly. So, Carly, it is very important for all the people to know what their body constitution is. And let me tell you one interesting fact. Now, all the pharmaceutical companies have understood this concept. They said when we come up with a drug, for example, like Nexium or Accid or Pepsid, and when they try it on 100 people, not everybody benefits the same way. And they say almost for 50 people, 50% people, the medicine even doesn't work. So why doesn't it work? Because of the different body constitution. So Ayurveda knew this concept of instead of personalized medicine, Ayurveda talked about personalized health because health is always important and better than treating the disease. So knowing this body constitution is creating this personalized health. Knowing this, I'm Kapha Pitta personality, then I do everything right so I can maintain the balance and I can prevent all the problems. I can enjoy the springtime and all the trees blooming and all that. Once you know that you can balance your Pitta into balance and you can have all the good qualities of Pitta, is very being outspoken and very quick to digest everything and having a great vision what's going to happen 5 years from today and all those kind of things. So it is very important for every person to know about Ayurveda and to know about their own Prakriti. And once they know the Prakriti, then they know what are the right foods to eat, what is the better lifestyle. Talking about lifestyle is going to bed early and around 10 or 11 and not staying up late at night is very important, especially for Pitta people. Not going out in the hot sun, not exercising in the hot sun is very important for Pitta people. Again, they can massage their whole body, even on their head with the coconut oil because coconut oil is very, very cooling. These days, a lot of people also know about ghee, Ghee, and that ghee is clarified butter. And ghee is very unique. Ghee strengthens your digestion but cools your body down. It strengthens your immune system. So I can just tell you good benefits of eating ghee for 1 hour or so. But if Pitta people incorporate 2 or 3 teaspoons of ghee in every day, it will help them a lot. And the new research has come that these pure form of fats are essential for the body. Even cardiologists said that for last 40 years, what we were telling people to stay away from the fat, which is not right. They need to incorporate some amount of good fat in the body. And that ghee and coconut oil are among the best qualities of the fat because they have more medium chain fatty acids. And what medium chain fatty acids do is help you to lose weight, maintain that weight, but improve your digestion, lubricate all your body, keep your mind more calm. And when the mind is calm and peaceful and very clear, then we can achieve so many things and we can guide our body and we can get the best of our day and best of our life.
So we've talked about constitution and exercising. I love it because you always go really fast through the herbs. Can you go back and just say like 2 or 3 herbs that are really great for people to have the Pitta constitution?
Sure.
And by the way, I love ghee.
Okay, excellent. I'm so glad.
So unique, and most people don't get it. It's just clarified butter, and it's great to cook with and do stir fries. And I use both. I use ghee and coconut oil. Those are my two favorite of everything. But I just say 2 or 3 herbs, and also the properties of them. Like why are they good?
Okay. So the first when we talk about Pitta Dosha comes to my mind is, and these are kind of Indian herbs, okay? So you have to know a little bit about it. So this one fruit like a gooseberry, it is called amalaki or amla. And it is kind of green in color. It's kind of, maybe you eat tomato, what should I say? Maybe 1 inch in diameter. It is round. It is green in color. It is called amlaki. And do you know the fascinating thing about amla? If you eat 1 amla every day, you get 5,000 units of vitamin C. It is the richest and natural source of vitamin C. And vitamin C is very important for us to heal our body and to boost our immune system and all this. So amlaki has more sweet, little bit sour, but it has more astringent taste in it. So it balances Pitta Dosha a lot. There is one product made of this amlaki and it is called Chavan Prash. You may have heard about this name because a lot of people say I follow Ayurveda, that means I eat Chyawanprash. And that you may get it in Whole Foods or many of the specialty stores. But if you take that 1 teaspoon of Chyawanprash, you get lot of quantity of amlaki, or you can take half a teaspoon of amla powder. Second herb, many of you know, is called licorice. Licorice is a kind of the sweet, astringent, and demulcent herb. Being very sweet and astringent, it is opposite to the qualities of pitta, because pitta aggravates with salty, sour, and pungent, hot food, hot taste. So, licorice has a sweet taste, astringent taste, and that's why it balances pitta dosha. Another good herb for pitta is also turmeric. You mentioned about turmeric. And these days, turmeric has become so popular because it is been proven to benefit all sorts of diseases, including cancer. Turmeric is good for cancer, turmeric is good for Parkinson's, it is good for Alzheimer's, it is good for liver, it is good too for if you have congestion in your upper respiratory. It is good for your skin because pitta people always have like a radiant skin, but sometimes they get the skin blemishes. So if they incorporate this turmeric in their food, they don't have to take it as a herb, but sprinkle it on their food, and they will start benefiting a lot with turmeric. Another excellent herb is called guduchi, and Guduchi, and it is called like a nectar, amrut on the earth. So if you start combining this turmeric, amlaki, and guduchi, and take like a half teaspoon of that, you will do so good to your body, and especially pitta people. And do you know, Carly, let me tell you, this combination of amlaki, guduchi, and turmeric is even excellent for diabetes. These days we see millions of people are having diabetes and they are trying different things. So this formula, we have even the capsules made of that combination. If they can take these herbs and their pitta will be balanced, their sugar will try to get into balance, and overall they start feeling so healthy and cool. Their that heat and anger and things will just kind of subside and they will feel more energetic.
Now you mentioned cumin. What are some of the good properties of cumin?
Okay, cumin, coriander, and fennel. Again, cumin helps improve your digestion because cumin is tasting little sweet, but it also has some bitter taste in it. And bitter taste is good to absorb all the fluids and nutrients in the body. And that's why it cools your body down but improves your digestion. If somebody has a lot of gas and bloating, then cumin and fennel seeds are excellent. When you go to the Indian restaurant, at the door they always have this mixture of fennel seed and coconut. So fennel seeds improve your digestion and also improve your absorption of the food. At the same time, it cools your body down. If people have any problems with urination, burning urination, infection, urinary tract infection and all, it cools body down. These are simple spices but have profound effect on them. Same thing with coconut water. I mentioned that in the afternoon they can have a glass of coconut water. It cools your body down. It is good to cleanse the body, especially people have urinary problems. They can use coconut water, cumin seed tea, fennel tea, and all that.
Wonderful. Okay. So the good news for everybody is we'll put together a blog post. We're going to put all these little herbs in there and tell you what we talked about. So you do not need to worry about memorizing every single thing she just said. So we're putting together a beautiful blog post. So we'll have the podcast, the video, and a blog that has written down some of the things that we discussed. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was wonderful. I'm always learning from you, and I love it.
Yeah, thank you. And Carly, one thing, all our listeners or viewers, what they should do is send us the questions. Exactly. So we can incorporate all their answers and all that. So they will learn Ayurveda and these concepts, and they will be able to help themselves.
Absolutely. I encourage everybody to go to hnwellness.com and learn all about Dr. Jay Apte. And also later on we'll be introducing VedaFoods. They put together some wonderful products to actually help people live a wonderful, healthy lifestyle. So
and along with when VedaFoods are under process, we have something called Ayur Foods. And Ayur foods are so tasty, low in calorie, but high in taste and very nourishing foods. So if you want to know more about it, you can also go to ayurfoods.com.
That's right, and that's
Correct.
AYURFOODS.com. So
Yes.
ayurfoods.com. So as
Ayur
you
foods are foods for your life.
exactly, and the one thing I love about Ayurveda is that they really do get that it's mind, body, spirit, and it's a lifestyle, and it really is
Exactly.
wonderful. So I encourage everybody to go visit those sites. I am looking forward to our next show, and thank you everyone for joining us. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you and have a great day.